The Power of Meri is a film documentary that follows the development and endeavors of the Papua New Guinea's women or national women's rugby team and the first of its kind. Um, this documentary highlights the intersectionality of Papua New Guinea and the women who face discrimination in a society that is much more patriarchal and male dominated, especially within the sport of rugby. As we follow the team's journey, we're introduced to the women on the team who defy social norms both on and off the field, especially within this patriarchal society as they're redefining the male-dominated sport. When we define power in the documentary, it's being defined by those women who are challenging both social norms and the norms that are expected within the sport of rugby. Rugby in this country is valued heavily and watched all across the country, but is used to being men only. And we see how this affects the culture of Papua New Guinea as the women are introduced and are stepping up against men as they compete for the World Cup. In one instance in the film, they compare the relationship of rugby to being as valued like God, that first comes God and then comes rugby in the Papua New Guinean culture. However, it is evident that gender marking in this country is heavily valued and that women are expected to be second to men. And as they are introducing themselves into this male-dominated sport, we're seeing a huge culture shift both on and off the rugby field, which is evident with the women that are changing the sport in this country. The team's perseverance, both on and off the rugby field, provides new athletic opportunities for women and opportunities as a whole, as the men in this country are beginning to see that women are as strong as men and are even commented upon that in the film by spectators. But in another aspect, we see that a majority of men are laughing and are ridicule these women for thinking that they can achieve a title like the World Cup in a male-dominated sport that with very little time to prepare for this event. But it is evident also that at the male coach for the women's rugby team, there are supporters and there are men that begin throughout the documentary to see that these women are strong and are able to achieve such a title in the end.